funniest episode of Good Times.
We got a full meal. Oh, this is not dessert. This is the main course. I'm a pretty good cook, and this is my specialty, meatloaf. I'm so proud of what I do with it. Folks eat my meatloaf and leave the table raving. Hello, how you guys are doing out there? I hope everything is fine. Just want to come in today and check on everybody. Hope that you're having a blessed new year and that everything is fine and going on good. I'm just sitting here and deep in thought, thanking God for all of the things that He has done for me and all the things that He continue to do for me. I was going to like set this up real like fancy and stuff, but it's just something that I had on my heart, and I decided that I needed to just come on in and talk to you guys today. And what I want to talk to you guys today is I eat dog food, but I don't feed it to my friends. And what I mean by that is this: I see a lot of stuff going on where people are having very toxic behaviors and situations. You understand what I'm saying? And they're not really being honest and telling people the truth. Just a lack of accountability. I see it in our race, where we do things and we don't want to take responsibility for it. And so when I say I eat dog food, but I want to feed it to my friends, it's not that I'm saying that I'm better than anybody and I have not done those things. I come from a place where I don't want people to repeat the bad things that I have done in my life. So what I'm saying is, okay, for instance, we as women are destroying our kids, okay? And what I say about that is we are making decisions to have babies out of wedlock. And I know a woman is capable of doing a lot of things. You understand what I'm saying? But children were meant to have a loving dad and a loving mother. And I'm just saying a whole lot of women just carelessly having kids and not, planning for these children, being married. And I don't want to hear about, well, marriage don't work for everybody. Let me Miss V school you on something. One thing I've learned is when we do things the way that God tells us to do things, God always blesses it, okay? So what I mean by that is even if you make a mistake, and you may marry the wrong person, right? Because you did what God said you're supposed to do, and you were married. God honors what He says for us to do. He honors it, okay? And for an example, do you remember when Magic had came up with HIV, right? Do you notice how Cookie didn't have it? Cookie didn't get it. And you want to know why she didn't get it? She was protected because she was in the bounds of marriage. So what I'm saying is, whatever God ordains or tell us things to do, you know what I'm saying? Even if those things don't work out as we plan, I'm gonna testify to you that God, He blesses it. He makes it turn out for your good. That's what he said when He said, "What was done to you was meant for evil, but I made good come out of it." So back to my point. When I say we are destroying our kids, we are not giving our children a chance to grow up in a healthy home. You understand what I'm saying? And giving them things from both species, right? Giving them the nurturing, the love, the support, and then giving them the discipline and teaching them who they are. You understand what I'm saying? And so brokenness give birth to brokenness, right? So when it's two broken people coming together and then, creating, right? That child is not going to be whole. That child is going to be broken. So we're contributing to society with more broken people when we continue to do things the way we want to do things. You understand what I'm saying? And some people say, well, the person got money, so it doesn't matter. Yes, it does matter. Money does not raise you. Money does not tell you that you're beautiful, you're smart. None of those things money provide. You understand what I'm saying? Because when you grow up, right, as an example, as a girl, and your father never told you that you were beautiful, and I'm speaking from experience, the first person that tells you you're beautiful as a female, you're open. You understand what I'm saying? Because you haven't been told that you were beautiful by a father, by someone that told you you beautiful, told you you're smart, and then asked for anything in return. So when we don't do certain things and give our children certain things, they struggle. They have a hard road in life. You understand what I'm trying to say? So money does not covers that. Money does not cover everything that the child needs. And contrary to what women believe, a woman cannot teach a boy how to be a man. You understand what I'm saying? And I believe that's why so many men and women are confused. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's the lack of the experience. You're gonna emulate what you see. And you know how so many women be saying, oh, this man is zesty and this and that. Well, you wanna know why? The main person in the home was the mother. So you're going to emulate what you see, what you're around. You understand what I'm saying? And then God gave me something, ladies, that was so powerful. And I'm going to do a whole podcast on this. The reason why women are having problem with black men, you want to know why? If you notice, most women don't like each other. I'm just being honest. Women can be some of the most cruel and cattiest people, right? But you want to know why we're not mixing together with our men? You want to know why? Because women are dating themselves. That's what God gave me. They are dating themselves. And you may say, well, why you say that, Miss B? I'm going to tell you why. Because women are raising them. So the smart mouth, the nasty attitude, okay, I'm a princess, treat me as, I want to see what she gonna give me, what you contributing, and all of these things. The reason why they talk like that is because that's what they was raised around. They was raised around hearing a mother say, you know what I'm saying, I'm looking for somebody to partner up with and build something. Somebody that's got me, and then I'll turn around when I get to my position, and then I help them get up on their feet. That's why men sound like that. You want to know why? Because we're raising it. And what we also doing is we're setting them up. We're setting our future girls up. You understand? With the same type of things that women say they're experiencing today. So that's why a lot of women are not liking the men, because we're raising them. And they got the same attitude as a lot of us have. So like I said, I don't care what star you see do it. I don't care none of the things that you see on TV. And I'm speaking to my younger girls. Don't be fooled. It's more to taking care of a kid than just feeding them and clothing them. You got two generations that makes up one child, one human being. And when you're not married, you know what I'm saying, when you're having these fly-by-nights, guess what? You don't know what makes that man. It could be sexual perversion in that bloodline. It could be addictions in that bloodline. You don't know. That's part of you and that's part of him. And it's just so much complexity to having a baby. It's not just dressing them up and they're cute and this and that. That is a human being. And we have no right to bring life into this world, and we're not prepared. It's evil and it's ugly. And it's too much birth control out here for anybody to sit here and talk about something they made a mistake. Don't keep doing the same things that you see us women do. You understand what I'm saying? My pastor said that it's got to be deception. He said, because we keep seeing time and time again females having babies and the man is not sticking around. Yet year by year by year, bulks and bulks and bulks of females are getting pregnant and having kids. And for us that did some of the toxic things, we're not telling, don't do this. We're not explaining to the girls, this is detrimental. It is something serious when you bring a kid in this world. It is nothing to play with. And that child is going to be your responsibility to the day you die. It is a lie when they tell you 18. You want to know why? A wise woman told me this. She said, Bun, she said, when the child is a baby, you hold the child in your arms. But when the baby grows up and become an adult, you hold them in your heart. I am not at ease until my son calls me, okay, and tell me, Mama, I'm good. Because I have to know, I don't care how good my life is or what I got going on, I have to know that my baby is okay. So you're never gonna stop being a mother. That is if you are a good one, you know. But we just, as women, we got to stop doing trifling things. You know, just like how the man will come and tell you, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, he's a devil worshiper. And then you'll have females dating the person and then reproducing, and the person telling you they serve the devil. And then you go, before the baby out of your womb, you on somebody's social media telling me something, he suck, he a badass daddy, he this, he that. But babe, you understand what I'm saying? You see how crazy that is? It's weird. And so that's why I say, and we turning right around, getting older, and we're dating us. And women be broken as well when they don't have two parents. Women are just as worse. You understand what I'm saying? So we as Black people has got to stop this thing about bringing these kids in this world, and we had prepared to bring them in this world. You understand what I'm saying? We got to stop creating brokenness, because two broken people cannot produce a whole human being. It just don't happen. So that's why I just want to say the key word of the day, it's not a song today, it's accountability. It's time for us women to start taking accountability for our actions, because you can't say I want freedom and I want to be respected, and then you go around and you turn around and you do trifling things, but you still want to be respected. Like you're sitting here telling the world you're getting urinated on and you like that, or you going to Dubai and you getting defecated on, all sorts of things. And then in the same breath, when somebody call you a bitch or a hoe, you get upset. Well, babe, you can't have it both ways. You can't be a hoe and then be a housewife. You can, but I guarantee you, once he figure out what he working with, he not gonna stay, or he marrying a woman like that for something else other than herself. Walking around without no bras. And let me ask you this question, ladies, what message are you conveying when you wake up in the morning and you decide, I'm not gonna put on a bra? So you mean tell me you want every crumbling, disgusting person walking in the world to see your breasts, and then you wondering why a man ain't putting a ring on your hand? Would you want your husband walking around with his penis hanging and exposed? If you do, it's something kind of wrong, something going wrong up there. That is yours. That's supposed to be special to you and nobody else. But we say all kind of manner of things about ourselves. And social media is forever. So your kid is not too close to being a teenager and being able to be like, okay, I want to see what my mama was like when she was rapping, and then go and find these things on social media. And then women having babies and then doing total podcasts talking about something, I despise being a mama. Come on. But then we want to be respected as equals. So you can't be a victim and be equal. You got to draw the line. And one thing about my generation, we had shame. And I think shame needs to come back. Not condemnation, but conviction. Because certain things to us was tacky. It was tacky to have 3, 4, 5, 6, or even 2 children not married and different baby daddies. We was always told, 1, you can say it's a mistake, but 2, you just being careless. It's just no kind of accountability. None whatsoever. So I just had to come on here and I just had to say this. You understand? For all of the ladies that have made not so good choices like Miss V, eat the dog food, but don't feed it to your friends. And this come from Good Times. I'm going to try to put a clip in it. This come from Good Time when the woman was struggling, and then she had made a meatloaf. And James them thought that the meatloaf had dog food in it. And she told them, listen, I eat dog food, but I don't feed it to my friends. So I'm not going to sit up here and tell no female, go ahead and do it. Because it's things that my son deal with to this day. You understand what I'm saying? Because I was young and I went out there and had a baby real young, and he didn't have a father. It's things that I am dealing with. Do you not know I'm finally learning how to love myself and appreciate myself? It took all of these years. It took all of these years. And you want to know why? Because I came from a broken home. So if you don't take anything from Miss V, we got to start taking accountability. And we got to start learning how to love ourselves. And while you're going through that, please don't bring a precious soul, pluck a precious soul from heaven and bring it into this world, because this is not the world to be careless in. This world is something serious. This is not the world to be careless in. This is not the world to be broken. This is not the world to be confused. This world is tough. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't care what star you see doing all of these things. Don't emulate it. A baby is a human being. It's not a doll. It is a living soul that you are going to be held accountable when you go before your Father in heaven. And I'm seeing 8-year-olds, 7-year-olds committing sexual crimes and batteries to 5-year-olds in their same age. What kind of world are we living in? You understand what I'm saying? And yes, a baby is a blessing from God. God did plan you, but he knew you when you was in your mother belly. But God wants us to do things the right way. And then you have some mothers that I have actually heard be dogged out and go through all kinds of trouble with men, and then they'll sit right there and they'll input that same toxic mess about females in their child's head. So that's why we got a lot of things going on in relationships. And it just don't make any sense. And I'm telling you, Miss V, I mourn, honey. I mourn when I see people doing the same toxic, crazy mess that I did. Because I know the outcome. And I'm going to tell you, ladies, I used to sit there and roll my head up in my eyes when my mama used to tell me, she used to say, one day, Bun, you're going to know regret. One day you're going to sit to yourself and the choices that you made when you were young, you're going to learn regret. And I'm here to tell you, I've had that day, a couple of days, where I sat because God taught me better. And I wish to God I wouldn't have shared my body or laid down with some of the things that I laid down with. I cry because I didn't have what I needed as a girl, so that as a little girl, so I could have made better choices in life. So everything that you're doing today, ladies, when you get older, you're going to think about it. It's going to come back into your spirit, into your soul. You're going to have to face that and deal with that. So Miss V is saying this out of love, not condemnation. And I'm actually tearing up saying it, because I see so many beautiful women just taking themselves for nothing. And I get tired of every time I roll up on the internet, it's some woman with an ass hanging out, some woman with a breast hanging out. I see so much ass. I fight to wash mine. I be washing myself like this. Because every single day is some woman being pushed in front of your eyes, just flexing her butt or popping it or dropping it. You understand what I'm saying? As if that is all we have to bring to the table. Ladies, you're more than that. You are more than that. It's time for us Black women to see who we are and the fabric that we were made of. It is people that is emulating us, copying us. When I was a young girl, big lips, you was ugly. A thick nose, you was ugly. Nappy headed, big breasts, big butt, you were fat. Now, these are all the things today that people are killing to get. And they told me it was ugly. It was ugly when I was a little girl. But now women dying on the table to look just like Black women been looking. So like I said, it's just time for us to do better. Let's learn how to love ourselves. And let's learn how to appreciate ourselves and learn how to respect ourselves. Because, ladies, you are more than what's between your legs. You are more than a fat tail. And I'm going to get a little closer because I want y'all to hear Miss V loud and clear. Every woman has a vagina. You understand what I'm saying? You are nothing special because you got a vagina or you have a behind. You want to know why? Because every woman has one, okay? Every woman has a behind, she has some breasts, and she has an ass. That ain't nothing special, baby, about that. Nothing special. And in the dark, it all feels the same. Some people can work it a little better, some can't. But that don't make you special because every woman have one. Old and new, okay? But what makes you special is your individuality. It's your personality. It is your beliefs. It is in how you carry yourself. And I'm not telling you all this for the sake of getting a man. No, I'm telling you this because you are wonderfully made. God had you in mind when he created you. And he did not create you to be a toilet. And you know what a toilet is? You know exactly what a toilet is. You know what a toilet does? Everybody comes and sit their ass on a toilet. So today, you're going to decide, do I want to be a young lady or do I want to be a toilet? Stop coming out of the house without a bra on. It's tacky, it's disgusting, and you need to be honest with yourself. What am I trying to convey to the opposite sex when I walk out of the house and I am headlighting? Let's get it together. So we gonna learn how to love ourselves. We're gonna have more conversations like this. But I just had to drop and stop and get on here and say it because God just put it on my heart. I was gonna do a whole whoop-de-doo, video about it, but God just told me just I need you to talk to my daughters. Okay? So I just want to say that I love you. We're going to be discussing a whole bunch of things. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers because I want to be taking calls and letting ladies ask questions and giving great advice. I am a woman of wisdom. And I just want you to start telling yourself, I am beautiful. No matter what people say about me, I am beautiful. I am a woman of God. I am a daughter of a king. The creator of earth took the time and decided that he is going to make me. Don't let anybody play you for cheap, ladies. Don't be putting all of that mess in you. Sex is deeper, and I'm going to go in details about it. It's deeper than what you think. When you hook yourself up with people, you are transferring demonic spirits because you're not in a covenant with God. When a husband and a wife make love, that bed is blessed. But when you're out here sleeping with these people, you are picking up spirits. Y'all transferring demonic spirits, okay? And I'm going to be real with you. When you out there like that, it gets to a point you start picking up things that you knew was not a part of you. You be a mess, angry, depressed, picking up other sexual demons, things that you weren't even into. You picking these things up because you're soul tied. God said every sin, you understand what I'm saying, that man does is outside. But when a man commits sexual sins, he is sinning directly against himself. Because what God is saying is you are opening yourself up to spirits. You are giving connections of yourself to another person. That's why you be feeling like you want to die when y'all break up, because this man done imparted into your spirit. You have a piece of him and he have a piece of you. And it's not the good thing that you get. You understand what I'm saying? When you in a marriage. No, you getting the worst of him. He getting the worst of you. And that's why you see so many people offing themselves and angry and weird. You understand what I'm saying? That's living that lifestyle because you're associating yourself and connecting yourself with demonic spirits. And we'll go into that some more. But I'm gonna hop off here. Just learn how to love yourself, ladies. You are beautiful. You are worthy. You are worthy. I'm talking to young and old. Because just because you get older, I'm here to tell you, you don't have everything all the time. God just taught Miss V how to love myself. God gave me a book 10 years ago, and I'll never forget, my godmother told me, this book is just not for other women. She said, Vaughn, this book is for you. And while you're writing it, God is imparting healing through your words to you. And I'm telling you, I have finally learned how to love Miss V. How to appreciate me, how to stop allowing people to take advantage of me, how to stop being used and abused, how to stop performing, thinking I got to perform and I got to try to be everything this person want, everything that person want. You understand what I'm saying? God gave me some love, ladies, for myself, and it feels good. It feels good. I am who I am. You understand what I'm saying? Big or small, chubby face or small face. I am a beautiful person. I am a woman of God. My Father in heaven took the day of March 2nd and decided I'm going to make Miss V. And I'm not allowing anybody to treat me less than a daughter of a king. So I just want to tell you, ladies. And another thing, God is a gentleman. God does not force himself on you. God is a gentleman. My pastor taught me that. He's a gentleman. God does not make you do anything you don't want to do. God is a free will God. He don't force you to serve him. He don't force you to believe in him. He's a gentleman. But he tell us these things because he loves us, not to block our fun. And he gave us sex. It is a beautiful thing, but the enemy has turned and made it ugly. It is an ugly thing when you're just out here willy-nilly just doing it and then bringing kids in this world. Give your child half a chance, lady. Give them a chance. Get yourself together. Be whole. So when you do connect and you do bring life into here, you bring a life that is whole. You don't bring another broken vessel in this world. And abortion is not the answer. That's murder. So I'm going to end it with this. God is good. Get to know him. You can't help but love him. Until next time, I love you. Stay blessed.